grass field was so lumpy, I really didn't notice. Just doesn't.
Hey everybody, this is Rob with Spread Aviation. I'm here with Nate Hammond, and he's got the Ghost Rider Chipmunk. This thing is impressive. Awesome night air show. I've seen you before performing, and I'm wondering if you wouldn't mind taking us through the airplane a little bit and tell us about what it takes to be an air show pilot flying at night with sparklers.
Sure. So the airplane, we'll start there. It's a de Havilland Chipmunk built in 1956. There's not much Chipmunk left in it, so we clipped the wings, metallized them. They used to be fabric from the spar aft. Firewall forward, we just lopped off the gypsy, put on a IO 540 on the front, and a 3-blade prop. Reskinned the fuselage with heavier gauge, so the fuselage can take the torque. And of course, we had to double the size of the rudder just to handle all the mods we did up front.
So this is very much a Super Chipmunk at this point.
Very much so. And all the Super Chipmunks, every single one of them is different, because there was never a plan on how to make a Super Chipmunk. It's just you started doing whatever you felt you needed. Some are clipped, some aren't. Some have a 540, some have a 0360, and various and whatnot. And so ours was special built right from the beginning. It was modified in 1988, and we knew at that moment it was going to be an air show airplane. And so we built a smoke tank, fuel tank in the nose of it that holds another 30 gallons, because the fuel is the biggest problem on this airplane. There's not much, right? It's a trainer.
And a big thirsty engine.
A big thirsty engine, right. So it doubles our range. And then the other big thing was we put the hard points out here on the wingtips. And that's really the real kicker of this airplane is the hard points up here, and then we have cannon plugs so that we can mount our pyro out here on the wingtips. And then plug in electrically to the airplane, and then I can control the firing system off the airplane inside the cockpit there.
Very good.
And so you wire it up. This airplane is we put the LED lights on there, and that just helps augment our night show. So we've got about 200 pounds of pyro that go on the airplane, and then the lights that go with it. And we're down here. We're flying Wednesday night and Saturday night for both night shows. And if the weather cooperates, we'll go out there and skywrite during the daytime as well. Before and after the show.
So you've owned this airplane or been a part of this airplane since its inception, or does it have a pedigree before you?
It had a long pedigree before me. In '88, it was converted and operated by a guy named Steve and Suzanne Oliver. They campaigned the airplane. I came on board in the mid '90s, I guess. Started as a ramp rat. I mean, I was 12 years old. Saw the airplane at a show, really liked it. Crewed for him that weekend, and by crew I mean just literally rag bath the airplane for him. My dad actually knew the Olivers, and so he started maintaining and ferrying the airplane. So by age 14, I was going back and forth to shows right in the front seat. When I turned 17, got my pilot's license, 18, got my commercial, and so my dad at that point said, "Okay, I've seen the country. It's all you." And so I started ferrying the airplane and being the full-time crew chief. So I've crewed on this airplane for about 20 years, and then bought it, I don't know, 4 years ago now.
Wow.
And I've been flying it ever since. And so yeah, I've got probably about 2,500 hours on this airplane, just in this airplane.
That'll get you real familiar.
It does. And so if you ever have dreams of being an air show performer, the first thing is the flying has to be just second nature. Right, you have to know the airplane inside and out. Mike Gillian says it the best. He says, do a maneuver 100 times flawless, and then you can go do it in the air show world. But if you get it 99 and you mess something up, the clock starts all over again.
Yeah.
And so having a lot of time in the airplane got me up to that point where intimately you're very familiar with the airplane, and that's an absolute paramount. That's why you don't see a lot of performers jump from one airplane to another anymore. Just because we're pushing the limits so hard nowadays that you need to be tuned into your airplane really, really tight.
Absolutely. Well, Nate, thank you very much for taking the time to talk with us here today.
Yeah.
You're going to be flying the Wednesday night air show and also Saturday night. Are you going to be at Oshkosh?
Oh yeah.
All right.
We're going to be at Oshkosh all week long, doing the same thing, having all kinds of fun.
Excellent. Where can people find you?
You can find me on the web, ghostriderairshows.com, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter feeds, all that good stuff.
Excellent. So check them out. Thank you very much. And we'll be back with more fun videos from Sun and Fun 2022. Thanks, sir.
See you.